why are the covers kind of ugly? I liked, let's see. I liked these ones a bit, but they're still, I don't know if I love the people in them. Careful. Razors.
Oh my gosh, as if this is here. As if.
Hey guys, I'm so excited for today's video because it's going to be just a book haul. I'm pretty sure I have enough books. Like, I have so many to share with you guys that I'm pretty sure this whole thing can just be a haul plus a few like clips I got when I was shopping. So I'm excited. I'm especially excited because all of these books I got are thrifted or from like a secondhand bookshop, and I feel like that's like extra fun because savings. Also kind of random because you never know like what kind of books you're gonna see in thrift stores. So yeah, I'm super excited to share what I did pick up with you guys. I've been kind of on like a book buying ban because, not to get into it, but I was like, I've recently been working the last like 6 or so months on getting my like visa renewed. So, and that just recently got accepted just this past week. So if that hadn't got accepted, your girl would have been moving back to England like next month. So as the time kind of got closer, I was like, okay, let's stop buying books just in case. But thankfully, that is now not a worry. I got my visa, so I'm gonna be here again for another chunk of time, so I'm fine. So with that in mind, we can start shopping for books again. But I'm trying to like be obviously like smart with my money. Like, I don't want to feel going crazy in Books Million getting a bunch of new releases. I really try to utilize like Libby for new releases, or even if they're just on Kindle Unlimited. And then yeah, I'm totally not against buying new books for sure. I definitely will if like new books come out, but now books honestly recently have like piqued my interest enough that I'm like, I need to go out and buy that. So we've just been filling up our shelves with thrifting, because last month I also did a TBR jar for the first time, and I was like, why do I actually have no books? I had no fun books, and I was like, it'll be so much more fun to get a ton. So then picking the TBR each month is going to be really fun because I'm going to have so many. So I do have I have a shelf right here, which you can't see, but it's like a whole bookshelf that is like nearly full, and we're definitely gonna fill it with the amount I got. I was not expecting to get this many. So last night I went to a local bookshop in town, and the cool thing about them is they will buy books from you and then give you store credit that then you can use towards like any of the books they have in the store. If you want to buy like a new book from them, you can only use 20% of it can be store credit, the rest you have to actually pay for. But then for their used books, which is the vast majority of their collection, you can use up to 80% for like store credit towards those. So say a book's $10, you can put $8 of store credit towards it and then you'd have to just pay $2 like with cash or card or whatever. And I've sold so many books in the past that I had literally over $50 worth of credit, and I still apparently, even with all the books I got, I still have over $50, which is crazy. I don't go there often, you know, like just these independent bookstores, sometimes just the vibes can be interesting in there. So I'm not gonna say like where it is because like if you're local, it's fine. But yeah, so it's always like just like last night it was busy in there, and the AC wasn't really working, and it was like, I mean, it was good, it was busy, it was like International Book Store Day, I think, and then, which I didn't even realize, and they're also doing a book crawl, which I also didn't realize. So it was just busy. Normally it's not busy in there, but yeah, it was really hot, and there is like a lot of books in there that I'm not interested in, so finding the ones that I am interested in is like finding a needle in a haystack. But because I've got so much credit, I will definitely be going again in the future. So we got like 5 books from here, it's crazy. And this was only $15, but 7.5 of that was because I bought this stupid little I think it's cute, but it was this bookstore passport, and like I was asking him about it, but and then he just took that as me then wanting it and rang it up. So, and this was $7.50 by itself, but you like, it's basically like a journal, so then you can put in what bookstores you go to. I'm never gonna use this. I'm probably never gonna use that, but I won't throw it away just yet, we'll see. So really the books I bought, I only spent $7.50 of my own money on. So that's actually incredible. for 5 books. That's better than like thrift store prices. So yes. First up, you could ask me if I like Ellen's books, and I will say like, not really. Yeah, every single time I know the thrift and I see them, I'm so drawn to pick them up, especially because it's like summertime right now. I'm like, she is just the perfect summertime read. So I keep picking them up. So I now have The Perfect Couple, which thankfully this cover, there was multiple other covers, or like multiple other copies throughout this store and then the other thrift stores I went to do today that had just like 2 super close-up pictures of feet on it. So I'm glad that this one only has a little bit. You know, it was more subtle of a cover. And we'll see. It sounds like a wedding was happening, and then the bride, oh, the maid of honor is discovered the morning of the wedding, I think. Just hours before the ceremony, yeah. So, and everyone in the wedding party is suddenly a suspect. Oh, so yeah, it's just a bit of mystery, a bit of a summertime read on Nantucket. I'm excited. It's quite long, so we'll see about that. And then I did actually pick up a Christmas book. I think I picked up another one too, but I picked up the Christmas Fix because every Christmas comes around, I always see this and I don't hear good things about it, but I see it every single year, and every single year I'm tempted to pick it up, but I don't want to spend like actual money on it. So I probably spent what, $1 on it? Like, yeah, don't mind if I do. So we'll see. It's giving like single dad, small town trope. Enemies to lovers maybe too. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Can these enemies work together to pull off a Christmas miracle, or will their fighting leave them both on the naughty list? Like, that feels like a Hallmark movie. So we'll see at Christmas time. I have this one, and I also have the Gingerbread Bakery already on my TBR. So I need to like put those both on my Christmas like shelf and get them off my like normal TBR for now. And then this one sounded actually really interesting. I've never seen it before, but the cover did grab my attention. It's called The Invisible Husband of Frick Island, yes. And the premise sounds really interesting. It's Piper lives on this really remote town, and her husband Tom passed away, but everyone, including her, just still acts as if he's there and alive. And like, she'll talk to him, she'll cook him breakfast, they go on their weekly dates still, like, so interesting. And then this reporter comes to, or journalist comes to town, and he is there to like report on something unrelated, and then he obviously sees this interesting tale of why is everyone in this village acting as if this man is still alive when he's not. So I think it's gonna be like a touching story on like grief and like a community. So I think it's gonna feel like, be very like heartfelt. So yeah, I'm really intrigued on that. So we'll see if that's good. And I've never heard anyone talk about it, so that's always fun. Oh, okay, guys, we're gonna have to see if I pick this up. I remember picking this up from a bookstore today, but I don't think I bought it because the cover was a bit bashed up maybe. Oh, I hope I didn't. Oh, we'll see in a sec. But this is The First Ladies, which I love a historical fiction book. I did pick up some other ones if I didn't also pick this one up twice. A novel about the extraordinary partnership between First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt and civil rights activist Mary Bethune. An unlikely friendship that changed the world. Amazing. So I don't know if this is like a true story then. And then this was a shocking choice for me. I picked up Crown Tide by Alex Astor. It's part of the, oh, what's this? The Lightlark series, is that what it's called? I think that's what the series is called. I have Lightlark, Nightbane, and Sky something, whatever the third one is. Oh, Lightlark Saga, yeah, this is book 4. And I never picked this up because honestly, she lost me in the third one. I liked the first 2, but I think the like love triangle aspect of the third, just, I like honestly couldn't even remember the plot. So not like one part of me ever in a million years thought I would pick this up, but generally I picked it up because of the fact I knew it would be like so cheap because of, yeah, it was $10, so I spent $2 of my own money on this. And honestly, maybe I won't ever read it, and I'll just literally put it up on my shelf so that it like has more of the collection, like the series up there, because I like the looks of it because they all match on the side. Like, who knows? I probably will read it. I probably will, but I'll definitely have to do a quick refresher on the series so far because, yeah, I don't remember anything. Oh, sorry, I didn't even say anything about it. It's a fantasy series, so, and that's generally all I remember. So that was the ones I got from the bookstore. Now let's move on to the thrift stores I went to today that you did see some clips from. I did think that I was gonna vlog more, but oh my gosh, there was so many children screaming the whole time. And so as I told you, I had my headphones in the whole time because like, no, actually, let's not do that. Oh, I did get 2 DVDs. I got Up and La La Land, so that's cute. Not the point of this video. So, did I get the same book twice? No, okay. Oh my gosh, I thought I got the same book again twice. Okay, guys, we got so many. So I like Loki. I got 4 in this bag, and there's 2 more in the bags. So we're gonna go through these. I don't know anything about any of them, to be quite frank, so I'm probably not gonna tell you much descriptions. So I'm sorry if that's annoying. Okay, so The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery. I didn't love this cover specifically. I've seen cuter covers, but it was $2.99, and I have heard about this book. I've actually heard that it's mixed, like reviews, so like I don't know. But it did sound interesting. He said he lives alone. His bookstore is experiencing the worst sales in its history, and its prized possession, a rare collection of poems, has been stolen. I think it'll be interesting. And then it's now a major motion picture, so if I like the book, I can always watch the movie after. We'll see. We'll see about that. That was, oh my gosh, let me tell you price of these ones because I have the stickers on. That was, so I think this was $2.99, but 25% off that. So less than $3. And then this one was called The Stolen Child. And when I'm thrifting for books, okay, here's some tips. I will usually look for books that I know the author, first off, when I'm scanning through. And then second, also just books that like either the title intrigues me or just the cover. I'm definitely judging a book by a cover at the thrift. I hate to say it, but so this cover caught my eye because that looked really pretty, and then I was like, this looks really pretty, and it was $2.99. So I'll take that sticker off now. It's about this guy in World War I who his friend gives him her paintings and her baby and then disappears. So then he is like, what the frick? Where'd she go? Like, who knows? It looks like a romance too. I have no idea. But again, it was historical. It was historical, and the cover was cute. So why not? Oh my gosh, and then I got so many Kristen Hanna books. I think a girl or someone must have been just getting rid of her whole Kristen Hanna collection because I picked up a few. The first one I have right now is Summer Island, and like that's such like an old cover too. My battery died, so my apologies if the background's a little different, but what I was saying was that Kristen has obviously the books like The Nightingale, Firefly Lane, that were released a bit more recent, so not like super duper recent, but a bit more. And then she also has a ton of books that she released in the early 2000s. So like this one was from 2001. And the ones that I've read, I have a few of her books that are behind me down here. I have 7 books of hers, and I've read more too. I just didn't have the physical copies. So I really like them, even the old ones. They're not as great as like Nightingale and Firefly Lane, so it is cool to have seen her writing change throughout the years, but I still really like the older ones that she has as well. So picked up this one. Don't know what it's about at all. Years ago, Nora Bridge walked out on her marriage, leaving her daughters behind. Now she is a celebrity talk show host, famous for her stern moral advice. Girl, I'll be like, what the frick? Her daughters offered a fortune to try to tell all about her mother. And then another historical fiction, like I'm telling you, so random, but Churchill's Secret Messenger. Like, is this gonna be good? Who's to say? Who is to say? Like, I'm not gonna guess that it's gonna be a 5-star, but I think I am gonna eat it up. Yeah, a riveting World War II era story of courage and daring as a young woman is drafted into Churchill's overseas spy network. Like, oh my gosh, you're gonna hook me every time. Of course I'm gonna get it. And that was, oh my gosh, sorry, I forgot to say the last two. This Kristen Hanna one was $2.99, but again, 25% off. And then this one was $2.99, I think, full price. I don't love a hardcover, but I keep saying this book, but the TV adaptation on some streaming platform, Lessons in Chemistry, and I keep thinking that the show looks good. And And I just suck at watching shows, so I keep not watching it. But I was like, well, I think I would love to read the premise. And I do remember when this book was popular, I just like wasn't really into reading then, so I didn't read it. But now I'm like, ooh, I could read it. So if you don't know, it's another historical book. Oh, shocking. But as it turns out, she isn't just teaching women to cook, she's daring them to change the status quo. Laugh out loud funny, shrewdly observant, and studded with a dazzling cast of supporting characters, Lessons in Chemistry is as original and vibrant as its protagonist. Stunning. Yep, I'll leave that up. Yep, I will leave that up. That sounds like a book I read recently. Oh, I can't remember what it was called. The Book Club for Troublesome Women. If you didn't watch my April TBR video, that was about women, I think in the 1960s as well, pushing the status quo. So that sounds right up that alley. I literally for a second thought I bought the book twice. When it was in the bag like that, tell me that doesn't look like the same book. Oh my gosh, that would have been crazy. Well, first one was Alex Feeney's Beautiful Ugly. Heard a few rumblings about Alice recently on some other booktubers I watch, but hit or miss, I think. But I've definitely like heard people talk about this, and I'm not big in the like thriller mystery, I'm pretty sure that's what this is, I think it's a thriller world. Yes, a thriller. So I'm interested to read it because I never read thrillers. And it was $2.99, so twist my arm. Oh, and then so here are the other two Kristen Hanna books. One's Distant Shores, again like that same vibe, and then Angel Falls. Crazy. Like, oh, okay, horse. Like, and this was, they were both $2.99. Why was 25% off? So amazing. And then here was the other Christmassy book I got. This was $2.99 as well, and it's In Holidays by Christina Lauren. Again, just another one of those classic books I see every Christmas time. And I think it'll be, it's the most wonderful time of year, but not for Maylin Jones. Oh no, does she hate Christmas? One Christmas wish, two brothers, and a lifetime of hope are on the line. So then that was all I got from the second store, and then I do have a third. Don't click off yet, I've got some more. This is a book of the month book. There was actually quite a few of this one. This one was $4.99, so a little steep, but again, I don't love a hardcover, but in a book club far away, oh my gosh, twist my arm with the book club book. Oh, and an historical. It says, it's a heartwarming novel following three American wives, estranged friends who must overcome their differences when one of them is desperate for help. Like, it's just gonna be a sweet woman friendship book, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure I'm gonna eat it up. Lucy Foley, The Paris Apartment. Again, this looked really familiar. So I don't know if I've seen people talk about it or if just seen it in like Books A Million, but it caught my eye. It was $4.99. And another mystery thriller, a little mystery thriller. She goes to Paris to meet her, to like live with her half brother for a bit, but when she shows up his apartment, he's not there and he's missing. Like, he doesn't then come to the apartment, so she then is then trying to figure out what happened to him. That feels like it'd be interesting. That feels like it'd be interesting. I want to know what happened to him, so I'll find out. Another book. Oh, another book about books. Oh, this is called The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek. Oh, this was $2.99 white, so I think maybe 25% off. Is that what I've been saying? Inspired by the true blue-skinned people of Kentucky and the brave and dedicated Kentucky Pack Horse Livery Service of the 1930s. This is a story of raw courage, raw courage, fierce strength, and one woman's belief that books can carry us anywhere, even back home. Oh, do I have to say it? A book about books and historical fiction. Oh, I'm gonna pick it up every time. Oh my gosh. I was always intrigued by them in blue-skinned people. Sorry if that's like something I should know. I haven't heard that phrase before, so I'm interested to learn what that means as well. And then there was another thriller. Like, guys, I'm not trying to become a thriller girly, but when they're at the thrift store for $2.99, might as well twist my arm. So this was again just another thriller that I've heard a lot about. Again, I don't really remember if it was like good things I've heard about it, but maybe I'll have to do a whole thriller dedicated reading vlog. That could be fun. I don't know, sometimes it's like, I love doing theme reading vlogs, but it's hard sometimes to then just read the same type of book, you know, like 3 back to back. That'll be a lot, but we'll see. And then I think we've got 2. I've got 2 left. Okay, great. And we can guess. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say because it is another Kristen Hannah book, and it is another historical fiction book. Oh, shocking. This one was Homefront, which I thought I'd read. And now I'm remembering that that is not true. And what I actually read was some other, I think it was The Women. Yes. I remembered that there was a book of hers that I read on my Kindle because it was on Kindle Unlimited. And then I looked it up and this was on Kindle Unlimited. So I think that's why it's like been on my radar that I could read at some point. But I hadn't read it yet. This one was $2.99 as well with 25% off. And it is a wartime book. It's actually a wartime book as well. Oh my gosh. It's about a couple that have been married for 12 years. They've got kids, and then deployment sends the wife off to war. And then the husband / dad is at home. So I thought that was like an interesting different spin. I've not read that before. Normally, obviously, stereotypically it's the other way around. So I'm excited to read that. And then this last one sounded interesting too. It's called Radio Girls, and it's in London in the 1926. And an American girl is actually over there, and she is a secretary at the BBC radio, which I think will be fun. This one might be my top historical book I'm interested in reading first out of all of these. And this was also only $2.99. So that was it. That was all the books I'd picked up today. How many is that? 1, 2, 20 books. That's crazy. That is crazy. But each one of those, probably like average with the discounts and all that, was probably like $3 maybe. So 60 bucks. I spent 60 bucks on books. Like, don't mind if I do. That is so chill. I could go to Books A Million and get like 3 if I'm lucky. 3 or 4. I'm lucky for that price. So this is great. As I said though, there are a lot of like older or just like more random books. So I definitely will still keep like some Kindle Unlimited books, or more just like common like new releases or like popular ones that people are talking about that I want to read as well. So this is definitely not going to be the only books I'm going to be reading for the next months, honestly. But I do like the vibe of now I have like, I'm going to have such a full shelf over here that anytime I'm like, ooh, what should I pick? There will be a book for me to read. So that'll make it nice and easy to pick. I did actually film a little snippet of some more books that I got thrifting a few weeks ago, so I'll insert that. So the first one I picked up was The Story Collector, and this one was $2.99, and this has been on my TBR for so long. And just because I feel like that's such a cute cover, just like the bookshelves, and then I literally don't even know what it's about, so we're gonna find out together. Oh my gosh, the first line: in a quiet village in Ireland. Perfect. A mysterious local myth is about to change everything. 100 years ago, Anna, a young farm girl, volunteers to help an intriguing American visitor translate fairy stories from Irish to English. But all is not as it seems. Dun dun dun. Ooh, and Anna soon finds herself at the heart of a mystery that threatens her very way of life. Oh my gosh. And then this next one was only $1.99, and it's Finlay Donovan is Killing It. And I've seen this like Finlay Donovan, I feel like there's a couple in this series. Maybe it's not, or maybe it was just this one that I feel like I heard people talking about. She's like a stressed out mom of 2, a struggling novelist, and she overhears the plot of her, or somebody else overhears her explaining her new suspense novel with her agent over lunch, and so they think she's a contract killer and asks her if she can help dispose of a problem husband. So obviously she's not actually, but she's probably like, well, I can write about these, so how different can it be? So I don't remember it getting like rave reviews, I don't think, but for $1.99 I thought I'd pick it up. It sounds like a fun premise, even if it's just like a fun quick read. It looks like this next one was actually bought in England, which is fun. So it's Sophie Kingsley The Burnout, and this one was only $1.99. I've never heard anything about it, but I recognize that as being a British sticker. And then it also does have .co.uk on the back, so So fun. It says it's a romantic comedy. Again, I did not look, I don't read any of the backs of these before picking them up if I haven't heard about it, and it looks fun because I'm like, might as well for $1.99. Apparently she goes back to a resort that she loved as a child, but there's a guy, a grumpy, stressed out guy called Finn. Oh, is it gonna be sunshine and grumpy trope? Because we do like that. But when curious messages start appearing on the beach, Sasha and Finn are forced to begin talking about everything. What's the mystery, why they both burn out, and what exactly is manifesting anyway. Ooh, okay, so a little bit of mystery in this as well. Fun. Then we have the X Talk, which was $2.99, and I haven't again heard about this at all, but it sounded fun. It sounded like the, ooh, I have it right here, yeah, First Time Caller, which that was based on a radio show, and I liked the radio show, like talk show premise, but I didn't really love that book, so I was like, maybe this one will be better. The struggling station needs a new concept. So they start a new show called the X Talk. Two exes will deliver relationship advice live on air. Perfect. It's in Seattle, so it's also giving like Sleepless in Seattle talk show energy. Oh, this does sound fun. Oh, and then this next one is Eleanor Affiliant is Completely Fine, and this one was $2.99, and I feel like some booktubers I watched just read this. Maybe it was Destiny, and I can't remember if she liked it though. I think she did, but the cover like intrigued me. It's a Reese's Book Club pick, so sometimes those are good, sometimes they're a bit of a miss, but we'll see. No one's ever told Eleanor that life should be better than fine. She struggles with appropriate social skills and tends to say exactly what she's thinking. Oh yeah, actually I think it was Sarah. Maybe Sarah and Destiny both read it. So, and I do feel like I remember Sarah liking it, not like rating it like 5-star or anything like that. Yes, because then Eleanor meets Raymond, the bubbling IT guy from her office, whose big heart will ultimately help Eleanor find the way to repair her own profoundly damaged one. And then these next two are some fantasy books that have been like on my radar, but I have never like fully put them on my TBR. So they had Six of Crows, period. They only had the first one though, so I'll definitely have to keep an eye out for the rest of them, including the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I have no idea the reading order. This is just one of those books that I feel like I always hear everybody talk about, and it feels like it was a staple that people were obsessed with a few years ago. So I think I'm just gonna slowly look out for it. This is the first in the series, unless it's, because there is the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I can't remember. I feel like they are connected, so I'll have to look up the reading order to make sure I like don't start this and then I should have read the trilogy first, or you know, so I'll have to see about that. But I think I'll just like slowly pick it up whenever I see them. I'm sure I'll see more, even though this is the first of the series I've seen. And then, but it looked like it was barely read. Like it was a great, and it was only $1.99. Bargain. So it's great. Now looking at this again, I don't know if I love this like cover, but I did get the Shadow, the Infernal Devices book 1 in that, like the Infernal Devices is the series. This is called Clockwork Angel. Again, another fantasy book that I've heard so much about because it's a prequel to the Mortal Instruments series. And I think so it's like City of Bones, City of Ashes, there's like City series, which is the Mortal Instruments series, and then it's in a world of the Shadow Hunters. So then this is a part of the prequel to the Mortal Instruments series. So I think technically I saw Sarah read the City of Bones book in a recent reading vlog, and I saw in the comments people were saying you read the first 3, I think, of the City of Bones series, and then you pop over and read these ones, and then you go back to the rest of the City series. I think, but I saw this for $2.99, and I was like, why not pick this one up? And then now we're back for me to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Comment down below if you guys have picked up any books recently as well. I would love to hear about it. And be excited for some TBR videos coming, some reading vlogs coming, because I got a lot, and I could do many a themed video. So we'll see what I get up to. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.